One of the things that it is that I love about the internet is that a YouTuber or a political commentator's own words can be used against them when they try and spin things and act like they didn't say it. That's the reason why in this video, I'm going to show you Ben Shapiro getting caught out with his own words when he speaks at Oxford University. Now, 100% transparency, this video was actually leading up to the last election, but I wanted to share it with you guys because some of my audience I know haven't seen it before. And just so that you know, halfway through the video, it pauses for about 5 seconds, but it will resume speaking as usual. Let's watch the video in full, and I'll give you guys my thoughts towards the end.
Hi, Ben. Yeah, I've also watched you from 2015, but then I grew up. I became a lefty, but yeah. So I wanted to ask. So you're one of the more common sense Republicans out there because you're not a complete Trump fanatic, right? I think you support Ron DeSantis. Is that right?
In the current primaries, yeah, I'd vote for DeSantis in a primary.
Very good. So I was thinking, why do you not? Let's say Trump wins. Why do you not come out and support Biden? Because you clearly don't like Biden, right? And everyone has their own political views. But Trump seems to me to be a fundamentally serious threat to American democracy, which Biden simply isn't. So Trump's called for the suspension of the Constitution, and he's facilitated an insurrection. Biden's done neither of those things. He's been fairly milquetoast president. So why don't you endorse Biden?
So I disagree with some of the premises of the question. So number one, as far as Donald Trump being a serious danger to democracy, I think in the best of his imaginations, he probably would be in many ways. But this constitutional system is extremely durable. January 6th was not, in fact, a serious threat to American democracy. It was a serious threat to American order. It was not a serious threat to American democracy. There was no point in time on January 6th where there was a real possibility that a military coup had been launched and Donald Trump would retain the presidency after January 6th. It just was not going to happen. So the institutions of the United States and the legal institutions remain quite strong, and we're able to hem in whatever Donald Trump's peculiar desires are on the one hand. On the other hand, there are different types of threats to democracy. So Joe Biden, for example, has used the power of the executive branch in new and exorbitant ways. Most obviously, for example, when he tried to use OSHA, which is the Occupational Safety Administration, he tried to use that to cram down, for example.
Bear with, guys, the video will resume.
Policies of Donald Trump, the stuff that he actually did as president, not the crazy tweets and the nutty stuff that he says all the time, but in what he did in terms of the economy, what he did in terms of foreign policy. I'm obviously much more in alignment with his actual political positions than I am with Joe Biden. As far as the threat to democracy, as I say, one is more subtle and one is more obvious, and in some cases the more obvious is actually the easier to reject.
Well, I don't know. This position seems quite strange to me because you've essentially conceded that Trump does not believe in American democracy. He doesn't believe in American institutions. But
I think he believes in Trump and pretty much nothing else. Yes, I think he believes in Donald Trump and not much else.
Yeah, precisely. But okay, sure, he might not be able to create the Trump dictatorship, but is it really healthy for a democracy to have a leader in charge who does not believe in any of America's institutions? Say what you like about Biden, but he is proudly American. He believes in the institutions of America. Surely you should support him over this egomaniac.
Well, I mean, I don't think he actually believes in some of the institutions. I mean, he's attacked the Supreme Court would be a good example. He's attacked the Supreme Court with alacrity in the aftermath of the overruling of Roe versus Wade, for example. His party has talked about packing the Supreme Court. When it comes to the use of
He's not packing it, though.
His party has talked about it, right? You're right, he has not. And Donald Trump talked about a lot of stuff, and that hasn't materialized either. So again, would I prefer that all of these candidates go away? Absolutely. I prefer all of these candidates go away. This is why I say first party to sanity wins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. I think that position is very untenable, but I'll leave it there.
Thank you. I think we'll take one final question.
So I'm not sure about you guys. That was quite an interesting video, and I haven't got much to say on this at all, to be honest. I haven't got much to say other than when the student put across to Ben Shapiro that Biden believes in America. Biden believes in the Constitution. He then tried to push back and say, well, Biden tried to pack the court. And then when the student pushed back again, he then said, well, Biden's party spoke about that. But the student had it right. Okay, but that wasn't Biden. That wasn't Biden. Donald Trump is someone that we've seen. And what's quite interesting is this. Ben Shapiro won't come out and now correct himself. Now he's actually seen Donald Trump in office. He now won't come out and correct himself. He won't. He'll act like this video doesn't exist. But the reality is this. We've actually seen that Donald Trump is definitely trying to be a dictator. We saw the quote-unquote so-called army birthday parade that they had, and his 75th birthday or whatever it was. But we know what that was. We've literally seen it in other countries, especially in the East, where a leader, a dictator, will literally utilize it as an opportunity to flex his muscles, flex his power, and to have his people, quote unquote, kind of worship him. And that's exactly what it is that Donald Trump tried to enact yesterday. The day before, I believe. I'm filming this on Sunday, the 15th of June. At the parade. That's what it looked like. Now, when you take a look online, people actually believe that this is exactly what it was, because it looked like something that they were trying to do to try and glorify Donald Trump. Even the way him and his wife Melania came out and he stood like looking over people. That's exactly what it is that we see dictators do at these types of parades. That's exactly what it is. And it's just so funny to me when you see MAGA on the internet bending themselves into pretzels just so that they can try and act like this is normal. Like what it is that we saw from Donald Trump is normal. It's just so funny to see it. But it's interesting. The whole exchange, everything that it is that happened in this clip between the student and Ben Shapiro was quite an interesting take. As usual, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know down in the comment section below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button for me as well. Purely for the YouTube algorithm. Get the video in front of as many people as possible. But I just find it so interesting how common sense Republicans like a Ben Shapiro, I'm just letting you guys know, I don't believe that. This is what the young man said. They will bend themselves into pretzels just to try and prove that somebody like a Donald Trump is a sane individual. Because let's just have it right. Donald Trump isn't sane. He's not sane at all. And this is the reality of what it is that we're dealing with and what it is that we're speaking about. I really would be intrigued to see if somebody could show Ben Shapiro this clip again, given the past couple months that he's seen of Donald Trump in office. I'd be so intrigued to hear what his opinion is and what his thoughts are when it comes to Donald Trump, this current administration, what the young man was saying, and whether or not he thinks Donald Trump is a dictator. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below and hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.